It's the absolute best reporting and storytelling from Fox 32 Chicago. You gotta see it. Here's what you gotta see. Next, go inside an underground Chicago bunker to see the world's biggest movie prop collection.
I collect this stuff because I love film. I love movies. I love TV. I love the art. I love the fantasy.
Take a ride on the Chicago water taxi.
You just look around. I mean, I'm on a boat all day. I get to meet new people every day. The weather's beautiful. And I get to drive someone else's $1 million boat.
And get in touch with your inner speed demon.
Give me some power, buddy. There you go. Roll on that power down to those double yellow cones.
You gotta see it.
Somewhere outside of Chicago, we're not allowed to tell you where, buried deep underground, there is a room.
Take a look at this thing.
And inside that room,
This is the treasure room door, and it's my treasure room door.
This is unbelievable.
lies pure movie magic.
Wow.
Come on in.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
We don't need roads.
Where? Back to the future.
This is the Mr. Fusion from Back to the Future 1 and 3.
He's on a hoverboard.
Hoverboard from the second and third
number
film.
2.
I collect this stuff because I love film. I love movies. I love TV. I love the art. I love the fantasy of it.
That belongs in a museum.
You have to love film. You have to love what is going on in film, to learn about it, to learn how it's made, and to see all the amazing artists that produce all of this cool stuff.
Avengers! Assemble.
Collectors are very obsessive of all types of stuff, whether it's toys, stamps, coins. Prop collectors are no different than that. Prop collectors tend to come across as experts of a specific film. I don't think of myself as an expert, even though I collect this stuff, because there's so much information.
Dan Lanigan is, at the end of the day, a movie fan.
The Night Before Christmas.
This is Halloween, pumpkins scream in the meadow.
Mostly puppets, a few stand-ins, but set pieces as well.
He's made his passion his profession. He's a well-respected filmmaker and producer. But it's in this underground room, a museum to movies, its Chicagoland location sworn to secrecy, that you can best learn just who exactly Dan Lanigan is. Because while most of us just watch movies, Dan lives among them.
From The Matrix, this is Keanu Reeves' costume. Arnold Schwarzenegger from Terminator 2.
His 6,000-piece personal collection of iconic movie memorabilia is nerdvana for any fan of cinema history.
Here's Will Ferrell's costume from Elf.
Oh my God!
Corpse Bride.
From his collection of stop-motion models,
Beetlejuice Worm from Beetlejuice, that's a stop-motion puppet.
to his wall of weapons,
This Ghostbusters pack is from Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Harold Ramis wore this.
from some of the most iconic props ever held in cinema history.
That is the rock hammer
Yes.
that Tim Robbins used to break out of Shawshank Prison.
It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
To maybe the most recognizable black suit ever worn on the silver screen.
I got into collecting because it's a way to get closer to the film. You know, you can watch the movie and that's great. You can't go out and live it. But if you have a costume that the actor who played the character and you set up on a mannequin, now all of a sudden that becomes the character. Now, Harrison Ford isn't in this mannequin, but it feels like Indy's standing there because this costume was worn on the set doing things that Indy did.
And those characters are practically breathing inside these walls. Every prop, every costume, every wall-mounted movie monster is screen-used and authentic. What you see here is what you see in the movies, even the bathroom.
This is a working bathroom that is designed to look like the bathroom in Moon, which actually a lot of the film takes place in. I found the right urinal and toilet and sink. And this door right here was one of the airlock doors from the movie. As you can see, gas may vent suddenly. Got Arnold Schwarzenegger's eraser gun.
And that heart right there is the beating heart
It is.
from Temple of Doom.
In the world of prop collecting, the community is super strong, very obsessed and very into it.
And Dan has been very into it for over 20 years, acquiring thousands of props over that time. However, as deeply passionate as this motion picture pastime is, it's also an incredibly expensive one. This gun right here, Deckard's PKD, the blaster wielded by Harrison Ford in the 1982 film Blade Runner.
Blade Runner pistol.
Dan bought that at an auction for $270,000. However, he does insist it's less about the monetary value of any one item and more about its deep emotional tether to his love of movies.
I think the reason stuff goes for a lot of money is because there is this strong emotional attachment to it across the entire industry of collectors and filmgoers.
Dan's collection is so vast, he's had to put hundreds of extra treasures in a storage facility a few miles away. For safety purposes, he doesn't want us to reveal just where in the Chicagoland area this collection is housed. And while he doesn't allow just anyone to come down into this temple of Tinseltown, he does hope that one day, everyone will get the chance to enjoy his collection.
My goal is to eventually put this stuff in a museum because I feel it's important to share these pieces that when I bring people down here and they get emotional about seeing a prop. That is Harrison Ford's suit.
Oh my God.
That means it's important and it's inspiring to people, and I want to give that reaction to other people. I don't want to just reserve it for myself and a few select people.
For any movie fan, this is more than just a stash of stuff. It's a portal into their favorite movie, a breath of life into their most beloved characters, and maybe, just maybe, one last glimpse of a time gone by.
There's a tangible feel to it. It's a very strong emotional reaction. And I think that's ultimately why I started collecting and still collect to this day, is my emotional connection to these films and now these pieces.
It is one of the most beautiful cities in the world, and people love to work, play, and visit. But did you know Chicago was recently ranked number 2 for worst traffic in the country and number 5 in the world? What's a commuter to do?
When it comes to navigating the city in the middle of the week, I found a route that doesn't involve stoplights or traffic jams. Today, I'm taking you on a ride on the Chicago Water Taxi.
Lights on! It could be one of the best kept secrets in the city. For many Chicagoans we spoke with on our adventure, this was their very first time.
I would definitely recommend the Water Taxi. It's such a wonderful way to get around Chicago and to just take in the sights and the skyline. It's just incredible.
Captain Doug Keena has been manning these boats for 22 years.
Look around. You just look around. I mean, I'm on a boat all day. I get to meet new people every day. The weather's beautiful, and I get to drive someone else's $1 million boat.
And these $1 million boats are a direct line to the heart of the city and beyond. Pickup and drop-offs include Michigan Avenue, Ogilvie near the train station, and then all the way to beautiful Chinatown and Ping Tom Park.
All right, folks, this is Chinatown.
If you decide to stay for the whole ride, you're going to be experiencing an hour and a half of some of the best scenery the city has to offer.
A lot of our commuters, they'll come on here, bring their lunch, and they'll take an hour ride and have their lunch on the boat. I mean, look at your view.
First and foremost, it's a commuter vehicle. The captain runs a tight ship to make sure everyone gets to work or their destination on time. But even visitors have now discovered it. They're avoiding traffic and cutting down their walking time, while at the same time covering a large part of the Chicago River, kicking back and experiencing the awe of what the city has to offer.
It's peaceful. I feel wonderful inside. And I'm happy when I'm out here.
Chicago has one of the best skylines in the world, and I just want to be out. Such a beautiful day.
The peacefulness, the architecture, the beauty of the experience is only going to cost you $10 for a one-way ticket or $25 for a 10 ride.
So what do you think so far? How do you describe this to somebody who's never done it?
It's awesome. Do it. Yeah, just do it.
During the weekdays, Chicago Water Taxi runs Monday through Thursday. You can hop on as early as 7:30 a.m. and then the day ends at 6:15 p.m. And I gotta say, I think it's worth it. Do you guys think it's worth it?
Yeah!
It's worth it.
And the best part, the water taxis will run until Mother Nature decides to ice up the Chicago River, and that can be deep into November. Captain Doug is the biggest cheerleader Even after all these years, it's a job he never takes for granted.
Welcome to Chi-Town. Enjoy. It's going to be beautiful out here. Go for a nice boat ride and stay safe.
Better than a taxi, for sure.
Sylvia Perez, Fox 32, Chicago.
Here's what you gotta see. Next, get in touch with your inner speed demon.
Give me a little power. Keep it going as we go around the corner one last time.
Go inside the world of Vienna beef and see where a Chicago icon comes from.
Part of one of my interview questions, why did I want to work here? And I said, because I want to make the best hot dog. So here I am 8 years later, still making the best hot dog in the world.
You gotta see it. It's the absolute best reporting and storytelling from Fox 32 Chicago. You gotta see it.
Back to your side. Get it, man. One more time. Down the straightaway at Autobahn. Squeeze on that brake. Nice. Keep him down.
That's the sound of wishes being fulfilled at 5,000 RPM.
People that have dreamed about this for their entire life, that grew up with a Lamborghini or a Porsche poster on their bedroom wall, and can't afford the car, the insurance for the car, things like that.
Here at Autobahn Country Club in Joliet, Ferraris, Porsches, Lamborghinis, and other high-octane supercars hit the track as part of the extreme experience, where even the employees feel the rush.
Our brand new 296 Ferrari, which is the latest and greatest from Ferrari, that our first hybrid car, which we're very, very excited about.
This Chicago-based company started with just 5 employees and over the past decade has grown into a national brand with tracks all over the country where the rules of the road are always the same. Before anyone climbs behind the wheel of a $250,000 supercar, there is required coursework to complete.
Welcome to Extreme Experience. My name is Todd Peach. I'm out of Seattle, Washington. I'm your classroom instructor today.
Safety is the number one thing that we watch out for here. We want you to be safe. We want our instructors to be safe. We want you to have a great time in that supercar and not having to worry about, taking it off track, an accident, something like that.
There is no driver's exam. However, success on the race course is dependent on focus in the classroom.
We have about 150 instructors around the country that we pull from that join us at various events around the year.
Full confession, sitting there and hanging on the instructor's every word, I found myself growing anxious, and I wasn't alone.
So a classroom experience, it was a little scary, a little overwhelming. He showed all the signals. We watched a video footage of somebody driving around the track, and we kind of got our eyes open.
It wasn't just safety I was preoccupied with. The instructor made it abundantly clear that drivers could potentially be fined for damage caused by reckless racing. I mean, how much does it cost to fix a Ferrari?
He shows you where those cones are going to be. He shows you the speeds you're going to be carrying, where you're supposed to be looking, how you're going to be turning, braking, all those very important things. So you learn them in the classroom, you feel them on track, and then you go and you do your drive with those 2 experience points to help you around the track.
After class, participants are given their vehicle assignments.
So I would say any of these, or this guy right here. Awesome. It's got the same engine as a Lamborghini. You'll love it.
From there, drivers are fitted with safety helmets, and for those not quite ready to take the wheel, participants are given the option of a ride-along inside the lead or pace car, a 700-horsepower Dodge Hellcat. I decided it was a good idea and rode shotgun as professional instructor Jimmy took us for a ride.
Okay, so this is called the blend line, this white line right here. Okay. You don't cross it. So getting into the track, you respect the blend line, and as long as the blend line is there, you're gonna see we're gonna get all the way around to about the middle of the track before it actually ends. Once it ends, then you can actually be in the track.
With my photographer comfortably seated in the back while holding his camera as steadily as possible, Jimmy talked us through the various turns, braking and acceleration points, and instructor hand signals, all the while mindful to point out the importance of staying on the tarmac, using the colored cones as our guides. Then he picked up the pace.
We're going to lift, right? We're going to get out of the gas, and then we're going to really do some hard braking. You can be up around 130 miles an hour coming into this braking zone right here.
And then, without warning, Jimmy punched it.
You guys ready for a real lap?
Now out of the pace car and ready to take my turn on the track, I caught up with a familiar face from our safety class who had already taken his laps.
I was nervous. I was very nervous, especially driving, however many $1,000 car. First time behind the wheel of a supercar.
Samuel Richardson was in Joliet as part of a day outing with his company. He was as nervous as I was with the thought of potentially scratching a supercar. Concerns his side seat driver quickly set to rest.
The instructor, did a very good job of signaling, and we made a quick rapport with each other. That gave me confidence to trust him and to let him tell me what to do, when to turn, when to brake, when to gas it.
Once I got behind the wheel, my nerves quickly faded. My instructor was a big reason why.
All right, so who am I with again?
My name is Scott.
Scott, I'm Ron. Nice to meet you.
Ron, really nice to meet you. This is a thrill of a lifetime.
Well, I tell you what, man. You got the 488 GTB Ferrari out here at Autobahn South Circuit today with a beautiful day.
The guy beside me, Ron Hale, who hails from South Carolina. He travels with Extreme Experience to tracks all over the country. Ron and I took our place directly behind the lead car, and before I knew it, I was racing.
Well, look to your side first. There it is. Looking over the green cone, back on the gas, over to my side, to the orange cone. Roll on that power, Scott. Keep coming down. Yellow cones, keep it coming. 3, 2, 1, and squeeze those brakes. Harder, buddy, harder. Push them deeper. I know that pedal goes down farther. There you go. Turn your head, look to my side. See how much farther that brake went down? I want you to do that at the beginning of the brakes next time. Give me some power as we come down to the 3 marker, down to the 2, to the 1, lift off the gas. A nice firm squeeze on that brake as you release the brake. Follow the grass line on your side as we give it a little power. And then back to my side to the green cone. Give me a little power. There you go. Keep that power going as we make our way down your side of the front straight, down to those double yellow cones. That's 1 lap down. We got 2 more to go. As you squeeze those brakes, hold them down. Stay wide to your side. There you go. Now bring it around. Turn your head. Watch that lead car go around towards the orange cone. Good. Now look over my side. Green cone down to the red cone, down to the orange cone. As you approach the orange cone, look back to your side across the green cone. Give me some power, buddy. There you go. Roll on that power down to those double yellow cones. Lift off. Hard squeeze on the brakes. Now you're getting it. Release. Back to your side. Give me some power going up the hill. Keep it coming back over to my side towards the orange cone, to the red cone, to the orange at the top of the hill. Staying wide to my side. Squeeze a little brake. Release the brake. Look over the green cone. Give me a little power coming around the corner to my side. Back to your side to the double yellow cones. Lift off that gas. Squeeze those brakes out to the 1 marker. Out to the orange cone. Come off the brakes. There you go. Back on the gas. Roll on it towards those double yellow cones. Staying out wide by the orange cone as you steady your speed. Back to my side. Roll on that power to the 4 marker. That's it. Lifting off. Hard squeeze on the brakes. Hold them down. Hold them down. Now gently release the brake. Look over the green cone my side. Give me a little power coming by the green cone out to the red cones, to the orange at the end. Squeeze on the brakes. Hold them down. Release the brake. Turn your head. Look for the orange cone over here on my side. Aim for it. Stay wide, but look to your side. Turn that wheel. There you go. Start rolling on that power, Scott, again. Down the straightaway. Here we go, buddy. Down to those yellow cones. That's it. Keep it going, buddy. Keep it going. In 3, 2, 1. Lift off. Hard squeeze on the brakes. Pull them down. Now, doesn't that feel better? A little more brake. Turn your head, look over the green cone, come off the brakes, crank that wheel over here, then go down towards the green cone your side. Keep a little power going as we come through the corner. That's it, down to the 3 marker. 2, 1, and squeeze those brakes. As you release the brake, look out towards the grass line on your side. Give me a little power, and then we'll aim back towards the green cone. Keep it going, Scott. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep looking over that green cone your side. Down the front straight 1 more time. That's 2 laps down. We got 1 more to go. Lifting off and squeezing those brakes. Harder, buddy. Harder on the brakes. Stay wide. Stay wide. Turn your head. Look over the green cone my side. Give me a little power as we go out towards the orange cone. There you go. Keep a little power going back to my side. Green cone down to the orange cone at the end. As you approach it, keep a little power going back to your side. Keep a little power there, buddy. Out to the outside. That's it. Down to the double yellow cones. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze those brakes. That's release the brake. Back to your side. Up the hill. Give me a little power. Keep it climbing up towards the orange cone my side. To the red cones. Up to the orange cones ahead. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze the brake. As you release the brake, look over the green cone. Roll back on the power out to the straight pavement my side. Back to the double yellows your side. As you lift off the gas and squeeze those brakes out to the 1 marker. Out to the orange cone. Stay wide, but look to my side. Now start rolling on the power down to those yellow cones. There you go. 1 more time. Just to level off your speed, look over the green cone my side, roll back on that power towards the 4 marker. A little intimidating, isn't it? Firm squeeze on that brake one more time here for the 90-degree turn. A little more brake, release the brake, back to my side, roll back on the power to your side, out to the orange cone. Squeeze those brakes. A little slower this time through here, a little slower. Now bring it nice and tight to my side. We got one more chance down that straightaway. Stay to my side. Turn your head and look to your side. There, start rolling on the power. Let it come out towards straight pavement on my side, and then back to your side. Get it, man. One more time. Down the straightaway at Autobahn. Nice, keep him down, keep him down, keep him down, keep him down. Turn your head first and release the brake. Bring that wheel around, give me a little power. Keep it going as we go around the corner one last time before taking that lead car with us into the pits.
Freaking awesome.
Go out towards the grass line on your side.
Oh my God.
There you go, dude. Good job out there, man.
You were awesome.
Give me a bump there, buddy.
Dude, you are awesome. That was great instruction. Thank you. Oh, that was something. Thank you very much.
Oh, man, all my pleasure. We got one more thing going on right here. We're going to step up into the photo booth right by this red cone. Keep coming up, Scott. Okay. Keep coming up in 3, 2, 1. Hold it right there. Pull that headstock down the rest of the way under your chin. Show Mr. Bradley how much fun you had out there in that 488, buddy.
Awesome.
Here's what you gotta see. Next, go inside the world of Vienna beef and see where a Chicago icon comes from.
There's some people that are pushing the idea of something other than mustard, but
he's not saying the word. We're not even going to mention it. Does it start with a K?
It might.
You gotta see it. It's the absolute best reporting and storytelling from Fox 32 Chicago. You gotta see it.
Chicago's famous World Columbian Exposition of 1893 introduced many firsts: the zipper, the Ferris wheel, the automatic dishwasher, and this. Vienna beef hot dogs, still made in Chicago today.
Vienna is just one of those classic, iconic Chicago companies, so everyone gets really excited.
Taylor and Jack Bodman are brother and sister and just 2 of 7 children of the family patriarch, Jim Bodman. Jim bought the company more than 60 years ago. He had originally been a warehouse employee, and today, Jim and the Bodman family still take pride in the original all-beef recipe that is now shipped to hot dog stands, grocery stores, and restaurants around the country.
The hot dogs we make every day, we start from scratch in the morning, and the idea is that we want to be able to make product and ship it in the same day.
The factory starts early in the morning, cranking out thousands of hot dogs and sausages. It's not only a family-owned company, but also a business that runs like a family.
I'm Chicago born, grew up in Chicago, so working for a company that is Chicago based, that caters to this type of environment, very family orientated.
And that was part of one of my interview questions. Why did I want to work here? And I said, because I want to make the best hot dog. So here I am 8 years later, still making the best hot dog in the world.
But let's go back more than 130 years ago when Vienna beef first made a name for itself. It started out when 2 Austrian-Hungarian brothers sold their sausages to visitors at the World Exposition. It was such a hit that a year later, they opened a storefront. The Chicago-style hot dog is said to have gotten its start from those street cart vendors during the Great Depression, selling a hot meal on a bun for only a nickel. The story goes that Chicago's ethnically diverse communities started adding their own toppings, and that's how the classic Chicago-style hot dog was born. Vienna beef, yellow mustard, that neon green relish, fresh chopped onion, 2 tomato wedges, 2 sport peppers, a dash of celery salt, a pickle smeared on a poppy seed bun. And Chicagoans know there's one thing that doesn't belong.
There's some people that are pushing the idea of something other than mustard, but
he's not saying the word. We're not even going to mention it.
Entertain it.
Does it start with a K?
It might.
Nobody, I mean nobody, puts ketchup on a hot dog.
Okay, so definitely none of that red stuff, but there's one final must, and that is the all-important snap.
Well, the snap is extremely important. Regardless of the type of hot dog you're making, natural casing or skinless, it's supposed to have a nice texture, a bite. So when you eat it, you have a nice firm texture.
The Vienna Beef Factory store is located right across the street from the production facility in Bridgeport. It sells all Vienna beef products, including the Italian beef, the celery salt, pickles, and all the trimmings. And you can order hot dogs to go. Vienna beef hot dog stands have become part of the Chicago landscape. You can find them in almost every neighborhood and now beyond. The website even has a Vienna beef locator if you want authenticity no matter where you travel. And some of these stands have earned the prestigious honor of being named to the Vienna Beef Hall of Fame.
They have to be, a Vienna Beef customer for probably, 20, 25 years, and they get nominated. And it's a really exciting time for them. We try to have some news stations come in and just shine a light on them because it's not easy, owning a hot dog stand. It's 7 days a week work, and we're really, really grateful to have them as our customers.
For the Bodman family, it's all about carrying on the tradition of the iconic Vienna Beef name. So when someone bites into their delicious hot dog and hears that famous snap, it tastes like memories.
Our goal is to make a product today that is the same as it was when people went when they were with their parents when they were little kids. Things were different, or people didn't have that connection to their youth, we wouldn't be here.
Thanks for reliving the best of Fox 32 Chicago with us. See you next time.